food markets only.
Meet Susie Smart, she is so bright. On her blackboard you can write. She has a desk, she has a seat. What's your name, my darling sweet?
My name is Susie Smart.
She can talk!
She can talk, but can she add?
2 plus 2 is 4. Cat, C-A-T.
You can spell!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how
You recite!
Press the button, she says a dozen things, complete with desk, blackboard, and seat. Susie Smart, sold at food markets only.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Penny, Penny, Penny.
Well, good afternoon, people. It's the Deadbeat Club, where we talk about anything we darn well please, or pretty much nothing. Welcome, Package Total and Christopher Ty. This is mostly just a test. We had some problems the other night. There's Sir Benji. Yeah, we had some problems the other night where YouTube didn't seem to be properly picking up its cues from StreamYard, and people were under the impression I wasn't streaming when I was, because the YouTube window never fully switched from the thumbnail that said you were waiting, or notifications or whatever. Like right now, it still says on mine, notifications live in 60 seconds, and I've been online, so I'm testing to see what's going on, because it kind of messed up my auction the other night, and I don't want that to happen tonight. Now, when I hit the refresh, it has brought me over into where I need to be, so that's a good thing, I guess. And the other thing it was doing the other night was, in the StreamYard mode, it was not telling, it kept telling me there were 0 people, and there were people in there. So right now it's telling me there are 6 people working, sitting in the waiting room for a son to come out of surgery, had a ruptured disc. Ooh, that does not sound good. Yeah, I didn't let them surgical mine. I just deal with it, because I have 2 other parts of my back that are also screwed up. And when I almost had surgery on it when I was in Michigan, and then something else happened, and so we postponed that surgery, and the end result of it was I never got any of them. So anyway, it says there's 7 people in, and the YouTube window is still showing me nothing. Well, it's showing, yeah, okay. It's a little bit behind, but it is. So I wanted to check it out before 6 o'clock, because, yeah, and see, I didn't cancel the stream. That's what's really weird, is partway into the stream, it put up a thing saying that the stream had ended, and then the stream picked right back up again. It was very, very weird. There was just a lot of technical difficulties. That's why I'm doing this afternoon, to make sure everything is working Of course, that doesn't mean it'll be working when I get ready to log back on at 6 o'clock, but it's working for now. Yes, sir, Benji. I hope everything's fine and goes well. Opening a roll of pennies here. I want to stream for a few minutes just to make sure there's no craziness going on. Then when my aide comes back, I had to have a bunch of work done in my apartment today, which means we've been sitting around with masks on because it was drywall work in my bathroom ceiling. And I can't breathe all that crap. So I can't find the cheat sheet. Oh well. So my aide came to work today. She doesn't usually work on Wednesdays. And we had to take all the stuff out of my bathroom and cover the furniture in there with plastic tarps and move M3's stuff out here into the other part of the apartment. So when she comes back from lunch, she's going to be cleaning all the remaining drywall dust up, and then we have to put all my things back in place, all my medical equipment and all of that stuff. Hey, Shell Bean. I got something, please. And that bean. All the beans. So anyway, I'm just doing this just to make sure the equipment is functioning, and I'm going to be checking some camera angles. I have more things to sell. I have some detected items to show, and so I got to make sure I can get the camera angle proper. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at there, but yeah, it was kind of sad. Some people figured out that if they went ahead and clicked on that thumbnail, that they could actually get into the live stream. But we were like 2 hours into the thing when that happened. So while I have a few minutes here and my aide is eating lunch, I thought I would go ahead and make sure the equipment is functioning, and then I'm gonna try and get my camera line back up, because then I've got to, as soon as my aide can get all of the rest of the drywall stuff cleaned up, we're just going to throw the tarps away. So minimum amount of breathing that dust in, but my ceiling is no longer leaking and it doesn't have a big 2-foot hole in it anymore, so that's a good thing. Hello, James Ella. So anyway, I want to thank the folks that were at Monday night's auction, and everybody had paid before I could even send out an invoice. I have the most amazing people in my channel. You guys totally rock. And virtually everybody put in a couple of extra bucks here and there to help with the postage and to donate, to help with my move. So it was a small select bunch, but I did end up making about 140 bucks, and then the money for the postage. So that will help considerably when it comes time to put gas in that great big truck to move me along. get me out of this place. Those that have been following the saga of our missing manager, I knew somebody was going to have to show up here at the end of the month because they do like their rent money here. So I noticed today that the area manager is here after 2.5 weeks. He's the one that triggers my anxiety attacks. He's a very, I just can't deal with the dude. We almost got in the wheat field. But anyway, I noticed he's here today. So I don't know where our real manager is, but he's on site, which somebody should have been on site for the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to read. I got the wrong glasses on. No wonder I can't read. I was trying to read what JFA wrote. And I'm like, why can't I read that? And then I realized I don't have my reading glasses on. I had my other ones. Am I taking PayPal only, or will I take direct payment on auction? From you guys, I will take a direct payment because I know who you are. I know where to find you. Okay, Paula, thank you, sweetie. Hi, Silver. Yeah, just email me and we'll work something out. I have PayPal, I have Cash App, but I have taken direct payment from people. Like I said, I'll make an arrangement with you if that's something that you want to do. That's not an issue. We'll work something out. So, yeah. Only one time did I ever take a payment and somebody did me wrong, and that one, they didn't really mean to do me wrong. She grabbed the wrong checkbook. And the one she grabbed, they had closed their account because there had been somebody tampering with it. And she had just written me the wrong check. And I knew she had closed one of her accounts because she had told me all about it, that somebody had hacked into it and they had opened a new account. And that's one of those Lincoln Life pennies from 2009. But yeah, she didn't mean to. She just was so used to grabbing that one checkbook that she did. But that's the only time I ever had somebody that made me a direct payment that didn't go through. And she, God bless her, she was so embarrassed. But I can see how that could happen. You know, you get used to using the same checkbook all the time, and then you suddenly had to switch, and you just out of habit would grab the one you normally use. But yeah, I knew she meant no. And then she tried to pay me extra, and I didn't want her to do that because it wasn't that big of a deal. Wasn't a big a deal. Yeah. So I'm not staying on here real long. I just, like I said, I want to make sure that StreamYard is properly communicating with YouTube. And this time it says I have 8 people in the room. Last time, no matter how many people I had in the room, it was saying I had 0 in the room. So I knew something was wrong, but I did not know that on the YouTube end, it wasn't letting people know that the stream had started because I was in the StreamYard screen rather than the YouTube screen. So that messed up the auction a little bit, but I still have some coins, and I'm gonna Sir Benji, I still haven't got that box out yet. to look for the Canadians, but I will try to get that done before showtime. Okay, this is my 82. I spilled my 82 container. Most of them are down in a box with some odds and ends that I keep here by my desk. I'm going to have to fish them out later. And any of you who are jewelry customers of mine, I will be simulcasting tonight, maybe, also onto my jewelry channel, because we're going to have the critters. Yeah, see, that was another thing, Benji. It did not send out the notifications, and that stream was actually scheduled the day before, so everybody should have gotten a notification. And today, it was set up 5 minutes before I went on, and people are getting the notification. So there was definitely a multiple function glitch going on yesterday or Monday. So anyway, I am going to have my critter jewelry tonight. I got some new critters too. As well, we have, of course, the cats and the dogs and the horses and the frogs and the squirrels and the dolphins. And what else do I have? Oh, I have elephants, chickens, owls, Pegasus flying horses. I have horses. And then I should have some butterflies. I got to do some butterflies. And then I have some flowers. Somebody asked about flowers. So if you're interested in that, then I've got some more coins, and I got some giveaways and some metal detecting goodies. So hopefully we'll get through tonight's show without any major malfunctions. I wasn't aware how bad the malfunction was until about 2 hours in, when multiple people showed up, because James Eller went and checked on things, and I guess he let some people know that I was on, and then Looter 8 and a couple of other people came in, and everybody told me what had been happening. So I wish I had found out about it earlier. I would have just stopped the stream and restarted the whole thing. But at least now I'm aware of it, so I know to watch for it, which is why I'm doing these couple of rolls of pennies here. And like I said, when my aide comes back, then we got to start putting my bathroom back together, because I need to have access to my medical equipment that lives in there. I have my breathing machine and other stuff, but she's got to get in there and clean up the rest of the drywall dust. I can't really do that because of my breathing issues. I can't take the chance, but we did cover everything with plastic and took most of the stuff out, so it should. And I will say, the guy that did the work did at least wipe the counters down some. He didn't leave a total pig pen, but it's got to be done properly before I can put all my medical things back in. So as soon as she gets back in and starts on that, I'm gonna have to work on other things until showtime. So I just wanted to come on real quick, make sure everything's functioning and that I'm functioning. And so anyway, I just thought I'd do a couple rolls of pennies real quick. I've got a project I'm doing with somebody that I need to finish this box of pennies up, and I haven't really had time to do much on it. Yeah, and that's another thing. I want to try to catch Sir Benji, and 10 o'clock for me is late. But I've been staying up later. Now that I'm back on my regular time, I love daylight savings time. I absolutely love it because one of my favorite places to metal detect is schools. And when it's regular time, by the time they're off the property at the schools where I can get out there and not be in anybody's way, it was dark. So now they're all pretty much out of there by 5 o'clock, and it still gives me a couple hours that I can run down and detect. So it's one of my favorite things when daylight savings time happens. I love it. But I do end up staying up later, which is good because then I'll be up probably to watch Sir Benji, my Michigander buddy, one of many, many Michiganders I have on my channel. And I'm real happy about that because I'm moving back up there, which means I will have an even larger circle of friends in the area. How old am I? I am 70 years old. I'm old as dirt. I'm older than the dirt I search. First metal detector. My dad had one when I was in high school for a little while. And I always wanted to get another one, and I got one my sister gave me one about 4 or 5 years ago. 4 years ago. And then I got a better one. And then I was real sick and I couldn't go for a year and a half, and that was bad. I'm just now getting back where I can do it again. I've been 4 times this year, now that our weather is getting warmer. And the first day out, I found a 1964 Kennedy $50, which is 90% silver. And I found it about 6.5 inches down in a kid's playground that I have searched many, many times. Don't know how I missed that, but I had my sniper coil on this time that lets you weed out some of the trash signals. So that was pretty awesome. First find out, first trip out of the year to find silver. That was a good day. So that was good. That was a good day to find that one. And that coin is just, it's so clean and nice. It's not scratched up. I even made a joke that if I hadn't found it so far down, I would have swore that one of my friends put it there for me to find. But no, it was pretty deep. Ooh, I just found a weedy. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 1940 weedy. No, I don't really clean my dug coins unless I know that they're really not of any value. I mostly take a paintbrush, like a soft bristle paintbrush, and just knock all the dirt out of them. If they're really, really like muddy, I will just take a bottle of distilled water and put a little bit of it and clean the mud off of them. But in general, if they're really crappy and I know they're not going to have any value other than face value, I will rinse them off because I don't want to roll them or take them back to the bank nasty. And I get a little frustrated with people that are very, very picky about cleaning coins. You know, about just like a regular coin. Like, let's say I pulled this off the ground. It's been in the ground, people. It's already had water on it. All right, Johnson family. I'll see y'all later. Thanks. I mean, some people are like ridiculous, in my opinion. Who knows where this coin's been? I mean, this coin's probably been through a washing machine. Or if I dug it up out in the ground, it's been in the rain and the mud. I don't find that many really old coins where I live. Now, my $50 that was silver, all I did to it was I took a dry paintbrush with very soft bristles and I just brushed all the dirt off that would come off with that. I did not do anything else to it. Let me see if I can find it. It should be handy. But it was very clean when I found it. It wasn't super grubby. It should be in one of these. Yeah, there it is. It wasn't super dirty. This is one of the cleanest coins I've ever dug. Our ground is like where I dug this is like clay, but it was very dry. We hadn't had a lot of rain, and so but the ground was a little bit moist. Yeah, here it is. So you can see there's a little dirt, but it was very clean when I found it. There wasn't a whole lot stuck to it. You can see more around the edges. There's still dirt in there. But I didn't mess with it other than just to knock the dirt off with a soft brush. So that's usually about all I do to them until I am able to determine if they have any real value to them. But I am not a stickler about that. I mean, I have had people just go into a screaming fit because someone put water on a coin. And I'm like, you know what? Coins that you pull out of the ground have had worse stuff than water on them. No, this isn't old particularly, but it is 90% silver. And that was the first silver I found this year. And like I said, it's in very, very good shape. It's not scratched up. It's not. Yeah, I was very happy because I'd been mostly finding pull tabs. Yeah, I like that 1940. I found a 1919 the other night. So that was cool. I think the girl's back. Yep, she's back. So we're gonna be done playing with the pennies. But now I know everything's working. And I'll be back at 6 o'clock Eastern tonight. Benji, I'll try to get in there and see if I can find the Canadians. It depends on how long it takes us to put my house back together. So anyway, it appears everything's working. If you don't see things working the way they're supposed to, send me an email or a message at 6 and let me know after I've come on the air that there's something wrong, and we will restart the stream and make sure it's working. So on that note, I gotta go because we got to put all my bathroom back together. And then in 2 weeks, they'll come back to paint the ceiling, and I'll just put plastic over it for that. But I didn't want the drywall dust in my lungs. So, alrighty. Thank you guys for helping me test everything out. Oh, let me make sure my other camera's working real quick while Sandy gets started on our mess. I'm glad we took everything out of there and covered what furniture and stuff with plastic, because otherwise we'd be in there forever trying to clean that mess up. Okay, let's try the other camera real quick. Yep, that one's working. I got to figure out how I've got one more that doesn't have any sound that I want to try to hook up, but that may not happen today. Alrighty, well, at least I know the cameras are working and StreamYard is properly counting the number of people, and it appears everything is actually broadcasting over on YouTube. So we got it all fixed. I'll see everybody at 6 o'clock. Thank you for helping me test it out. Bye-bye.